To partner company. Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
Leave it out, I wanna go home. It's nice to see you, but I really should go.
2026 seems to be that year when we might see the resurgence of two partner companies. Both of them have been selling cars in the Indian market from a really long time, and both of them have been kind of clarifying, kind of messaging that they are not going to leave the Indian car market anytime soon. And now they don't have to give those statements and send out those press releases, because now they are ready with their products, and we have started seeing those products from January 2026 onwards. And this is one of those products which is already launched, and I guess this shows the intent of the manufacturer. This is Nissan Gravite, based on Triber. This is a 7-seat MPV which comes in the same segment like Ertiga, XL6, Rumion, and Carens, Triber as well. So the question is, when Triber is averaging around 2,000 units per month, will that formula, that tried and tested formula, work for Nissan Gravite as well, with the new badge, a couple of new features and new elements? But that's not the question which we are going to answer right now. We're just going to talk about this Gravite, what kind of drive it offers, the features, the space, and practicality. Let's start this story. And before I forget, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. In case you're watching us for the first time, I am Kranti Sambhav, and you're watching Overdrive. So I hope you've pressed all those buttons, and now let's start with this Nissan Gravite. First, the looks and design and silhouette, which is all familiar. So if you look at this shape, look at this design, this is something which is familiar. We have been seeing this from a really long time, but there are certain elements which make this car look more premium and I would say more wholesome, especially the treatment, this black piano treatment on the front grille, this Nissan badging which has this white tinge, white inserts. Overall this looks more premium. I like it. Then you have this big lettering of Gravite on the bonnet. This exterior package is enhanced by a generous use of LED lights. The new Nissan Gravite gets all-round LED treatment, which includes signature LED headlamps with integrated DRLs, LED tail lamps which is called Crystal Edge, and LED fog lamps. By the way, the roof rails are actually functional. Now, there are a couple of elements which are not present in all the variants, or they won't be, because this is the special launch edition version, and that's why you're seeing this insert, this orange insert, which Nissan is calling aero inserts, and this C-shaped aero inserts only in the launch edition, and those orange aero inserts on wheel arches as well. One extra decal or graphics element which is called, I think, drift flow or flow drift. I'm not too sure, but this tar marks on the car, I'm not a big fan of this pattern, at least the idea. And then you have a chrome belt line, and what else? Yeah, so you get dual dash cam, one camera at the front, one at the rear. So this is something which you can see from the outside. Now let's take a look on the inside. What all changes do we see? And before we talk about other features, let's finish that list of those features which are in the launch edition. This is something which you will find in this launch edition package. Neck pillow doesn't work for a tall driver like me, but a driver who has got really bad low back issue, for them this lumbar support works. So this is something which is additional in that launch edition feature. Is one more feature which I'm not too sure if it is visible, and that is the ambient mood light. So now that list is done, let's talk about the elements and the designs and features which we see on the driver's seat of this Gravite. And first thing first, steering wheel looks nice and packaged with nice stitches and everything. Looks premium with black piano inserts. Cruise control and rest of the settings you can access with the buttons on the right side. Left side you have buttons for your phone and your audio controls. This is an 8-inch infotainment screen. So even if it looks basic, the response is not that crisp or sharp the way we are used to in many cars. But the overall connectivity is pretty quick and the moment you start the car, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, this functions seamlessly, and this is pretty smooth. So while this infotainment screen works really well as far as connectivity is concerned, but if you look at the camera quality, it basically reminds you that this car comes in a segment where price is really sensitive topic and a big factor. Then you have this MID, which looks pretty sharp: black, gray, white and red. Overall, this feels premium, and while driving you get all the information in a very quick and sharp manner. Now these rotary switches, the quality or the functionality is not that premium. The feel is not very clean and crisp, and this is that panel which kind of reminds you that this comes in a very value sensitive, price sensitive price segment. You have this space to keep phones. The surface is pretty okay. This is not very hard plastic. Then you have engine start stop button over here, and then you get a wireless charging pad over here, which reminds you that while keeping the price down, they haven't compromise on most of the practical or utilitarian kind of features. So wireless charging pad over here, and right below this armrest you get this compartment which is easy to access, and it has cooling function as well. So you can put your soft drink cans or water bottles over here, which can, I think this will be effective. So this takes care of your long journeys, I guess. Seating is okay, headroom is okay, and overall feel is nice. You can increase or decrease the height of this seat and manually adjust. That's how the front row looks like. Let's take a look at the second row. So this is the second row of Nissan Gravite, and in case you're watching my video for the first time on OVERDRIVE, then I would like to remind you the usual disclaimer that my height is around 6'3". So you have to look at that context while watching this portion. With my height, this is the kind of knee room I get because I've adjusted this seat according to my driving position. This is the kind of knee room. Thigh support is okay. It have been better, but this is okay for me as well. Angle back support is also firm, which is nice, and you can recline it as well. And that is an added bonus for maybe longer journey. That's something which I like. There's the headroom, which is more than enough for any average Indian height passengers. This space might be a bit narrow for 3 passengers, but I would say 2.5 comfortable. Then you have 2 seats at the rear as well. So this is the second row of Gravite. One more feature which I want to mention is that AC vents are on the side pillars, and you have the blower speed control as well, which is at the center. Yeah, some extra effort, but yeah, this seems to be practical right now with the kind of heat we are facing in Delhi. Now a familiar and practical feature which I've always liked in Triber, and same thing with Gravite as well. This is a 7-seater option, and you can actually fold this or these two, or in case you want, you can take these seats out so that you have more space, and that is very practical and handy feature for anyone using these cars. So with all 7 seats up, you get around 84 liters of space, maybe 2 laptop bags, and in the 7-seater option you get around 625 liters of space, and then you have 6-seater option which is coming with around 320 liters of space. So that's the story of this luggage space of Gravite. And now that part of this video, which I can call video brochure, because we are going to discuss a couple of numbers before I start driving this car and giving my opinion. So this one is fitted with a 1-liter 3-cylinder petrol engine, which produces around 72 PS of power and 96 Newton meters of torque. You have 2 different transmission options. One is 5-speed manual, other one is 5-speed AMT. Fuel efficiency for these two vary between 19.3 to 19.6 kmpl. That's claimed figure. You have one CNG version coming in near future. This is what they announced, and you have 6 variants, 4 manual transmission version and 2 with AMT versions. And manual transmission versions, they start at around 5.65 lakh ex-showroom, and the top end is for around 7.9 lakh. The AMT version 7.8 to 8.5 lakh ex-showroom. One more list before jumping into the driver's seat. This is a list of safety features Gravite gets. 6 airbags, traction and stability control functions, hill start assist and brake assist system. So guys, we have started driving this Gravite, and I just wanted to understand whether this takes you to that familiar or identical space which we have already experienced with Driver or not. And the moment you start pushing, I think it feels very familiar. That low end feel, you wish for maybe a little bit of extra torque, low end torque. Not that it stalls or struggles, but you just feel that with this, this big vehicle, you wanted a bit more low end, or you wish for that. And with the engine sound, engine noise, the overall performance, you are reminded of the same behavior in this Gravite as well. But the positive part or the positive aspect of this vehicle or this engine, which I felt that even if it's higher on the decibel level, but what I felt that the power band is pretty linear. It's not like a sports car or something, but whenever it starts delivering power, it is linear. So it gives a very predictable, smooth and comfortable drive. The special characteristic of this engine for me has been the driving behavior at the lower end of the RPM meter, which isn't robust, to be precise. It just seems to go by delivering enough power so that the car gets by the usual urban traffic without any strong hint of grunt. But the actual performance starts post 6000 RPM and the mood changes. Fully loaded car too doesn't appear to be crying for help or out of depth. It does the usual city or usual highway speeds pretty comfortably. The suspension also falls in the same category of adequate. It comes with just the right balance of typical urban traffic, speed bumps and occasional potholes. Bottom line, don't expect a spirited drive, a sleeper or an MPV for Daikuku parking. This is built to do the job. Nothing more, nothing less either. So how is this package? And I've driven this car for a couple of hours now, and what I can tell you is that tried and tested formula we discussed at the beginning of this video, I think it works for Gravite. And also we have seen the aggressive pricing of this car by Nissan, which makes sense. And with these additional features and updated design elements, I think Gravite has some extra gravity working for it, and it has an edge, I guess. And this might deliver what Nissan has been hoping for. So how did you like this video and the story and the car? Do let us know in the comment section, and in case I missed something, please remind me in that comment section, and I'll catch you in my next review. Bye bye, drive safely, ride safely, and see you soon.